Welcome back. We are here today on our newest series called Home Runs and Hail Marys, and I am here with my good friend and groomsman, seminarian Dennis Gannon. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
My pleasure. And I know you're a big fan. You're a big baseball fan.
I love baseball.
You are a
Mets fan.
Die hard. I am a Yankee fan. So we're in the same room together, and it's okay to be together. You know, we've made that happen. I gotta flip these cameras.
Yeah, this is bothering me.
Yeah. 1 second, everyone.
How do we go about doing this? I hope Julia's there. Julia, if you are there, say nothing.
I have no idea how to fix this.
Because folks at home, so you can know this. Andrew he's over here, but the camera is, let's say, I'm facing this way.
Like I'm looking at Dennis, but I'm pointing.
Yeah. So like, if I wanted to look, I have to talk to Andrew's wall, which is a better sight, but a little annoying. If you catch my drift.
Give us one moment here. We're having a little technical difficulties. If not, we're just gonna have to talk to the camera, and
I'll figure it out next. We'll just swap places next time. While we wait, we'll talk.
Let me remove myself.
Here I am, folks. Oh, it's back.
Oh no!
You can't drag it, can you?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, that's okay. Well,
nope. Okay. Let's talk to the camera.
We'll make it work. We'll figure it out.
All right, Dennis. So, getting us started here today in the world of off-season baseball,
which has been a lot and also a little.
A lot. We had some breaking news today. We do have the universal DH in Major League Baseball now. I know I don't like that either.
I'm not a fan.
There's a setting on StreamYard. Okay, settings.
Okay.
Camera.
Julia coming in clutch. Julia is both of our friends.
My fiance.
You can let me have that joke.
It's okay. Give us one moment.
I am a groomsman in Andrew and Julia's wedding. I'm looking forward to it very much. It'll be the first time I'll be a groomsman. It's, I feel so adult now. I feel so grown up. Also, the way this thing is, looks like a pectoral cross. So you can just see like the little bit here. Looks like it's going into my pocket.
I do see that. I like that.
That really is, excuse me. You're excused, Julia. I'm not sure what you're saying that to this time, but is there a delay on this thing?
No, I don't think there's a delay.
Okay.
We are figuring this out. I did not compensate for this.
We're doing our best. It's a new show, like you can only ask for so much. Show. I'm not. Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Much wow, many wow.
Julia, I am so irreparably hurt that the next time I go to your house, I'm not talking to you. I'm going to talk to Git and to Pumpkin.
Hi, Pumpkin.
And your dad, of course.
Well, okay, we're just gonna deal with it. I don't know how to fix it. So
next, we'll figure it out next.
Figure it out next time.
You think we've done this beforehand, but that's not how we work here at Home Runs and Hail Marys.
We just roll with it.
Fly by the seat of our pants.
All right, everyone. So Major League Baseball signings. We're gonna start off. Go by position. We have Manny Pena to the Atlanta Braves, the World Series champions. They need a catcher.
They do.
Get yourself a catcher.
D'Arnaud is good, but he's very injury prone. At least he was for us. He's getting better because that's just how our luck works. But he's older and he is injury prone, so it's good to have. It's only a 2-year deal. So it's not like it's that much. I think he'd be a good spot. He had decent numbers last year, and
he's a very good defensive catcher.
Oh yeah,
good pickup for the Braves.
Yeah.
They signed him pretty much right after the season ended. They got him and Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud is not a free agent, but he is a little bit injury prone now. He was injured most of last year.
Plus, he had Tommy John as a catcher, which is odd.
Very odd. We have Yan Gomes going to the Chicago Cubs.
Yes.
Bolstering the Cubs, hopefully helping fix their team.
Well, it's when you sell everyone who has a pulse at the trade deadline, it's hard to fix. They're going to be rebuilding for a while, I think. Gomes is a good pickup, definitely, but they sold almost all of their core. I guess we picked up Baez for a prospect, which was on one hand the kid had surgery and he's like 12.
Yeah.
So Gomes is a good pickup. And there's Severino, who a 1-year deal. Honestly, I put him more in the warm body category. than I would like in the Pena or Gomes category.
I mean, also Pedro Severino, he's with the Baltimore Orioles. You don't have anything to play for in Baltimore besides last place in the AL East because it is a very
crab
tough.
Fries.
What?
And crab fries.
And crab fries?
You ever had crab fries from Maryland?
I've never had crab fries.
They are good. They're spicy, but they have like a little bit odd taste to them, but they're good.
Oh, yeah. I'll give it a try if I ever go down there a Baltimore game.
You ever been in Camden Yards?
I've never been to Camden Yards.
Oh,
you been to Camden?
I used to go to a Ripken baseball camp when I was a kid.
Ooh.
So it didn't help me. I still sucked. But
it's okay.
It was in Baltimore. Well, it was in Maryland. It was in Aberdeen, Maryland. So we'd go to Baltimore, my dad and I, and it was a lot of fun. Camden Yards, I thought it was a lot older. It was like in the Fenway Wrigley area. I think it was like in the 90s?
Yeah.
It's a very nice stadium. So I watched the Yankees lose there.
Oh.
Yeah. I watched like a 10-year-old girl talk trash to the Yankees, which was so New York. I loved it.
It is so New York
it was
to
great,
watch
honestly.
a fan from out of town talk trash to the Yankees.
A little girl, like talking accurate trash. It's wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next one. We have Austin Romine. He is a free agent. That's a pretty cool signing for anyone. Again, no one's allowed to do anything.
I just like how him and his brother both play Major League Baseball. I find that to be enjoyable.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. I was just trying to do something. All right. On to because the catchers, the lukewarm catchers.
Yeah, not
really
much of
like
a free agent class, honestly, for the catchers.
Not really my thing. First baseman. Well, there's number one guy on the category.
We'll be circling back to guys who haven't signed yet after we go through the guys who have signed. Now, Belt signed a qualifying offer for San Francisco, which I mean, good for him.
Right after the season, for their season,
almost right away. Yeah.
And Brandon Belt, first baseman.
He's a good player. Like
very good player.
I figured he would have tested the market, honestly, but I guess that's San Francisco's going. They had a good season for a team we all thought would go nowhere.
Everyone put them as like second to last or battling for last with Colorado, but.
And they made it very. I'm gonna miss Buster Posey. I don't know why. I've always liked Buster Posey.
He's a great hitter, and he's a Hall of Fame candidate.
I think he's not first ballot. I think he might make it.
He's gonna make. I think he'll make it by his last one easily.
I mean, I know baseball rings don't matter as much as like basketball, but he has so many of those things.
But then you have. I think his career would have lasted a lot longer if it wasn't for the home plate collision.
Oh yeah. The Buster Posey rule.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
One of the major rules in baseball is you can't barrel over the catcher
anymore.
You
used to be able to.
He got hit and he tore both of his ACLs, I think.
I think he definitely broke his leg.
Broke his leg, and he may have torn some.
He definitely tore at least
because he fell back and he was already on his knees. Well, he braced himself and he fell back on his knees. He fell back on his calves.
Yeah, and then just the force of a forearm man running into it did a lot of damage.
Tear something.
Yeah.
Tear something.
So no more of that.
But Belt did hit this year, roughly 300.
Yeah.
Slugged some home runs for the Giants, and helped lead them. I'm pretty sure he's one of the captains on the team. Besides,
he might be, yeah.
Brandon Crawford.
So. I mean, a bit of a surprise that he signed that he took the QO as opposed to testing the market, but I guess maybe he thinks he can do even better next year and get a bigger contract. Or he's trying to stick with the Giants and see if he can win a ring there.
Fun fact about Brandon Belt. One of my friends, Nick Faz, if you're out there, you haven't met him yet. You'll meet him at the wedding. I so kindly suggested when I was new to fantasy baseball, told my friend to draft him with the first pick overall. Do you want to know what year I told him to draft him?
What year, Andrew?
His rookie season.
Oh.
He didn't play a single game that year. I'm like, yo, you should pick him. I'm like, trust me, he's going to have a breakout year. Pick him.
After the season, he's just cursing your name.
He still curses me to this day about it because fantasy baseball didn't end so well for him.
I could never do fantasy baseball.
Every day setting your line.
Yeah, I don't have the commitment to it. I have ADHD. I don't, but I essentially do. I couldn't do it. Also, I would just want to sign all the Mets, and that wouldn't work. So
you would only just draft the Mets.
I mean,
you would draft around the Mets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
I'd do DeGrom first overall. I'd fight anybody for him, both in real life and in fantasy baseball.
I'd fight him for real life too. I do like Jacob DeGrom, even though I am a Yankee fan.
I mean, how do you not like Jacob DeGrom?
You have to like
the man is the best pitcher in baseball.
He is the reason why people want to throw 100.
Yes.
Not Chapman.
No.
Jacob DeGrom.
I mean, also, like, I saw a tweet the other day that, like, he threw a 92-mile-an-hour slider. That's not fair.
And it's not flat. It is breaking off the plate.
It was like anybody who has ever held a baseball bat should be terrified of the phrase 92-mile-an-hour slider.
Easily. And his changeup's like sometimes like upper 80s to low, and he'll drop it down to low 80s just to mess with you, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the first. But I mean, Yoshi
Tsutsugo.
He's not with Pittsburgh. You ever want a great experiment on how to run a baseball team, not winning, just not making money? Just watch the Pittsburgh Pirates.
The Pittsburgh Pirates.
Bob Nutting should be shot out of a cannon.
They have a ton of good prospects coming up. They have Henry Davis.
I can't wait for them to trade all of them as soon as they borrowed money.
They are going to come up to the league, and they're going to get them back to the playoffs, to the wild card game, and then lose.
They'll play well for 3 years. They'll be traded for other prospects.
Yeah, and then traded for other prospects, and it'll be.
You don't get to pay prospects. You give them a sandwich.
Yes,
and they're happy.
You give them a sandwich and a qualifying offer.
Exactly.
A minor league qualifying offer. Okay, on to the. Well, let's start the. No. Let's go with the free agents.
Free agents? Oh, yeah, it's probably smarter. Okay, yeah.
Free agents. So we don't got to double back on ourselves.
So we got Frederick Freeman.
The
freest of men.
Frederick Freeman. His son's going to be a slugger in the major leagues one day.
The fact that the Braves have not locked him up, my only thought is like, is something wrong? Like, do they know what we don't know?
Is he like injured? Does he want to go play in Japan? No. I just think
he wants to go to Korea.
He wants to go to Korea. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The KBO. Nuts.
Freeman playing in Korea. He would be a god. He would bat 500.
They have like 5 guys throwing 95 and 89 to 92. He goes there. He's winning MVP again.
Just in case
multiple years.
KBO is equivalent to basically AA, and Japan is basically AAA. Mm-hmm. So he would bat 500 and probably he'd probably pitch in the KBO and do well. But I mean, or is he asking for just a lot of money? Mm-hmm. Because the Braves are publicly run, so they could. I don't know if it impacts them as much as say the Mets or the Yankees who are privately owned. Well, they're probably owned, but they're owned by a company as opposed to a person. I mean, Freeman, pay the man. Mm-hmm. He is so good.
Man deserves to be paid.
He has destroyed the Mets' hopes. For what?
Day in and day out.
8 years?
Easily.
Something like that?
Yeah, 2015 probably rookie year. 2016, maybe earliest 2015.
Yeah.
Rookie year.
So in fact, I mean, I heard that the Yankees, if the Braves don't sign after the lockout, they're definitely going to go in for me. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I also feel like players are signed. They just can't officially sign a contract.
I just heard that about another player, which I'll mention later.
We will.
But, I mean, why wouldn't – yeah, because they're in the lockout. They can't technically sign anything, but stupid lockout.
Very
but
stupid
I feel
lockout.
If I was the Braves, priority number one would be sign Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
He's their best free agent by far. He just won a championship. He is your face. Why would you do anything except sign him immediately?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You just have to.
I don't get it.
I have a solution for this. Watch. Wait. I was thinking also about your comments on Freddie Freeman. We're not going to knock over everything again.
Are you saying we sit across from each other?
I think we just sit across from each other and have a casual conversation.
There we go. See, we're also in chairs that move.
We are in rolly chairs. Watch your legs when you hit the table.
I do that on tables a lot. I have very long. You can't see me. I'm a tall gentleman.
Very tall man.
And I have very long legs, so I bang my knees on a lot of tables, which probably makes it hard for me to genuflect.
But you need to genuflect at our MS.
I do. I genuflect so many times per day.
All right.
Then we got Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo.
Which I do wonder where he'll sign because he is the second best free agent for first base.
Easily.
But
I think I could see him going if the Braves do not sign Freeman, they're going to push hard for Rizzo.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if the Yankees don't win out on Freeman, they're going to go get.
I could see whichever team doesn't get Freeman will go for Rizzo. That could also be for some other teams too, but I feel like it's really between the Yankees and the Braves for those two players because
no other team is
one surprised and one gets the consolation prize.
Unless the Los Angeles Dodgers like to flex their wallets and throw the bag at Freddie Freeman because this man doesn't deserve anything besides the bag.
No, he will at least $300 million.
He's a $300 million player.
The thing is, he is older,
32.
So
he's on the right side of ripe, but he's still. I think he's still in his prime.
He's still in his prime, but he won't get a 10-year deal like Lindor did.
Mm-hmm.
He'd probably get maybe a 7-year deal, which could obviously I'll back on the money, but I think he could get at least 300. The man has put up like +5 WAR seasons consistently. That's a nice guy.
Yeah,
I like him. I can't dislike Freddie Freeman. Him and Alonso. I love the conversation in first base.
You cannot hate them. You can't hate Pete Alonso. He's a great man.
He is great.
And Freddie Freeman, great man as well.
Polar bear, so strong.
Big strong boyo. Win the home run derby. He's going to go for a 3-peat. Pete Alonso,
which I think he can get personally.
Big 3-peat.
Yeah.
Rizzo.
So Rizzo, I can see. He's the same age as Freeman, so I can see him getting.
Look at those WAR difference.
I know,
7.8 WAR for Freeman to 2.7 for Rizzo.
Difference. So I could see him maybe getting like a 150 deal, maybe a little less, like 120.
Freeman's going to find a spot to finish his own career at.
Oh yeah.
I think Freeman is going to go back to Atlanta.
I think he wants to stay with Atlanta, but
Plus,
I think he wants to get paid.
His family.
Oh yeah.
His kids growing up there. He has a son and a daughter. They have friends there. How awesome would it be just to go to the ballpark, come back home to your family every day? Some players they have their wife is in another state.
Yeah, they got to travel, but
and they travel back and forth. They only see him at away games sometimes.
Yeah,
But I think he's going to find a spot. Rizzo, I think he'll also find a spot.
I think
for at least a 3-year deal, maybe.
3-4 year deal. Yeah, maybe 5 at most.
And I'm just saying, if Freeman is going to get the bag, if Carlos Correa, which we will touch on later, is going to get a bag for playing shortstop at the somewhat high level that he has played.
Yeah. I think Correa wants more than he can get, personally.
He wants a lot more than he's going to get. Yeah. But Freeman deserves it way more than him, in my opinion. Freeman's showed up. He's won MVP. Now he has a World Series ring.
Got the ring.
He's just –
So he's going to do what he wants to do now. He's just accomplished what he needed to.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The other free agents not really much. Just Pujols. Maybe he'll get like a DH deal somewhere for a year.
I think. Imagine he goes back to St. Louis.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I can't see him going back to St. Louis though because they he had his career there and it was going so well and then he went to the Angels and it kind of fell off.
Yeah.
He would have been such a greater player if he just stayed in St. Louis.
Yeah, he just sadly left.
But I think that they would be better off going after another hitter for St. Louis. Plus, they have enough dogs in St. Louis. Second baseman.
We got,
the big dog.
Obviously, the Simeon signed that massive deal.
What was it 7 years, 3 something?
Yeah, 7 3 something.
I think
look that up. That's a reference.
He tore the cover off the ball. 7.8 WAR.
Oh, it's 7 year 175. Ooh. So about half what we thought. But I mean, that's a lot of money. 7.8 WAR. That's huge.
We're getting confused with Corey Seager.
We are. Which, by the way, I saw Andrew earlier. When I saw who's the other Seager?
Kyle Seager.
I saw Kyle Seager retired. I thought it was Corey Seager, and I was like, "Excuse me," but no, I was wrong. Mm-hmm. So Simeon got that huge deal, which I mean, and good for the Rangers. Like they were terrible. Good for them for trying. I was at their stadium last year. It is beautiful.
You went to Globe Life?
Yeah, my friend and I went to Texas and Arizona. We also went to a Diamondback Stadium.
That's
both
awesome.
Indoors. I loved it. It's AC. You're going to the baseball game with air conditioning?
I have never gone to a baseball game with air conditioning.
It is amazing.
I have sweat my behind in the bleachers at Yankee Stadium many a time, but I've also sweat my behind in the first row at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
I did that once or twice in my life. That was a lot. I snuck. I somehow got like $95 seats, front row.
You snuck down to?
No. I got that. I had that on. Shout out SeatGeek.
Amen.
If only we could get a sponsorship.
One day.
We got. I mean, just congratulations to the Rangers for finally going out there and signing.
They are spending, and he wasn't the only one they signed either. Like they got pretty good deals.
And they made the trade for Spencer Howard.
Yes.
He needs time to grow at the major league level. Good pitcher, good young right-handed pitcher. They also signed John Gray. We'll touch on that later.
Yes, who I wanted,
Mhm.
but then we signed somebody else, which is great.
They're still saying the Texas Rangers are going to go out there and get another starting pitcher. They said they're not done yet.
We're just trying to figure out. I mean, who's left? It's what Rondon. Some other guys have QOs. Like it's not many guys left.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that later.
they also they have a good farm team.
They do because they've been terrible for a while.
And they have a guy coming back from injury, Sam Huff.
True.
Sir Huffington is his handle on Instagram. Love it.
That's a great handle.
I do think he's going to be a breakout player for them this year.
He definitely has potential.
Young catcher to bolster a young rotation, and they can grow together.
They can, or they can collapse together. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't think they're going to be doing much in the AL West, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition. Yeah, I mean, when you sign that many guys, you gotta hope you do well. Otherwise,
they won't finish last.
They won't finish.
I think last.
They're done with last for now.
Oakland Athletics.
Yeah,
I'm calling it now.
It's gonna
be Seattle or Houston, Angels or Houston, and then
I feel like I would put the Angels below. I put them at a solid
Seattle or Houston.
Seattle or Houston, and then I put the Texans beneath the Rangers beneath those two in third place. And
third place.
The Angels, no matter how many guys they sign, they're never good.
It's
the curse of Art Montel.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that Mike Trout is the best player of it. It doesn't matter that Ohtani literally set records the next 100 years.
He's on the cover of GQ now, ladies.
Also come around and be the show, gentlemen. But they have no pitching. Even though they drafted only pitchers, they signed Syndergaard. We'll cut that later.
Mm-hmm.
But they can never get together.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they could, but they can't.
They will never get it together.
They can't, and Ohtani's going to leave.
I really do believe, though, in my heart of hearts, I heard somewhere that if they sign Kenley Jansen and Carlos Rodon, they are a second or first place team. And just imagine that. They have Rafael Iglesias, Kenley Jansen, and then they add Carlos Rodon to that rotation.
Best going for Rodon, though.
Everyone's going for Rodon.
Steve Cohen's dropping sale right now. He's spending money.
He's just going to open up the wallet.
Because we got to see what the new CBA with the luxury tax is. I did read that it was upped, but still with the penalties. Mm-hmm. We don't know what that is yet because the new CBA hasn't been announced yet. Which, by the way, sign a freaking deal.
Sign a deal.
All the union officials and the league officials definitely watch this podcast for the first time. Sign a deal.
Sign a deal.
I will commit arson.
We will commit arson. I will. He won't.
Yeah.
He's something.
Right.
But quick little ad here. If you haven't already, read the ticker down below. It says subscribe if you're new. Say hello in the chat. Let us know what you think. Say hi. Give us your hot take. And thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming, guys.
On to the next second baseman. We have consistent player, utility infielder besides first base. Cesar Hernandez, solid hitter.
Yeah, put up four WAR last year, which is pretty good.
That is more than Albert Pujols.
Yes, more than
Brad Miller. More because Brad Miller does play middle infield too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's almost as much as Lindor, honestly, for all the money we're paying him.
That is more than Jed Lowry. Sorry.
There's some PTSD there with Jed Lowry. We signed $20 million for 5 at-bats. Never played the infield. And then he got a surgery and ended up doing 5 athletics again because the Wilpons hate baseball. And they hate their fans.
Kids, pick up a baseball and swing a bat. You will make $300 million if you put in a little work. Just try.
If you go to the 1% and 1%, you too can get paid $300 million to play a kid's game.
Or at least make it to some sort of pro ball. Get paid to play the game that you love.
Yes.
And it's worth it.
It's worth it. Neither of us would know.
Neither of us.
It's worth it.
I know people. We both know people.
There's a guy in seminary who played dependent ball for a while. Greg. We should have Greg on the show.
We should have Greg.
Yes.
I think that would be good.
He gives some inside experience. Most of you don't know, Greg Marino is a seminarian for our diocese, and he did not get drafted, but he was very good as a pitcher in college, and he played dependent ball for a bit, and then he joined seminary because he realized Hail Marys are more important than home runs.
Bada bing.
Bada boom. All right, we got
bing bong.
Bing
All
bong.
right. We're Lori Garcia. Ronan Odor, whatever. He goes to Baltimore. Have fun finishing your career there.
Odor is known for punching freaking
Jose Bautista
in the face.
Thank you.
Which, I mean, that's a fun thing to be known by, but you're not that good.
Yes.
Peraza, who was with the Mets for a bit, he signed a minor deal with the Yankees.
Biggest signing, by the way, for the New York Yankees. Flex.
I wish him luck.
I wish him luck.
He came through for us a few times. Also, he was part of the bench mob that carried us when our pitching got hurt. When the pitching came back, the team fell apart. That's not important right now. He was good. Him, Drury, who is also a free agent now.
I'm looking at this list now.
Yeah.
Okay. You have
all the have-nots here.
What do you mean have-nots?
Yeah, I mean, there's guys who have,
they have done it before, Yeah, D. Strange Gordon wouldn't sign him. No. But here's what I'm saying. You got guys like Jed Lowry who could possibly end up being a good player.
He could be like, that's a solid 2-year deal I'd make.
Again, you guys signed him after a good year. Now you get him cheap.
Yeah.
Jason Kipnis, get him cheap. Matt Carpenter, get him cheap. He's probably going back to St. Louis.
Josh Harrison, he put up solid numbers last year.
Marwin Gonzalez, switch hitter, utility player too. Helped out the Astros during their World Series runs.
I hope they all crash and burn, the Astros.
They don't deserve
They deserve nothing.
Nothing. They did nothing. Not even a suspension of a player, but it's okay. Third baseman, new retiree, Kyle Seager.
R.I.P. Kyle Seager. Put up 4 WAR and retired. You know what? Respect. I respect that.
He said, I don't want to play anymore.
No,
I make enough money.
I've made enough money over the course of my career to retire and never work again. The Mets signed Escobar.
Very good signing.
We signed him and Conta in the same night.
Yeah, that, and then you get Marte the next day.
We did. I was with my family. We were doing this new place in our town. And I go to the bathroom. When I come back, I was like, my dad and sister are both very big Mets fans. It's like, hey, we just signed this guy named Escobar. I've never heard of that before. They're like, oh, that's great. Like, yeah, it was really cool. And then, like, I was like, okay, I'll sign this other guy called Mark Conte. He looks good, too.
He should make it.
I like Mark.
Both Mark Canha is one of the
yeah.
No, Canha.
Canha.
We'll go with Canha. Little
wedding feast of Canha.
Wedding feast of Canha.
Yeah.
Little flip forward. No, flip backwards in the Bible. He's a very good hitter. Underrated. Wasn't playing for a lot there in the AL West.
Yeah.
Now he's with the Mets. The Mets are going to be chasing a playoff spot.
I think we have a good chance.
Easily a playoff spot.
Yeah.
I will get into our hot takes at the end for a standing chase. Or at least first place or second place in each step.
It's hard to
expanded playoffs. We'll get on that another time.
If there are 16 teams in playoffs, I'm going to be so upset.
Yeah,
14 teams. The most I want is I don't want 12. The most I'll accept is 12.
Yeah. What is there now? 8?
I think it's 10.
10.
I think it's 10.
There's 10. Leave it the way it is. It's worked for however many hundreds of years.
They want more money.
But Escobar, your Escobar signing, very good signing. I met Escobar at Yankee Stadium.
Did you really?
Yeah, a young Escobar. Didn't speak a word of English. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. But now he's, been in the league a while, knows some English, and I can't wait to see him play in New York.
I'm looking forward to it. We got a lot of both under a little under the radar pickups like Escobar and Canha, and then we got guys like Marte and of course Mad Max.
Who?
More on that later.
Oh, more on that later.
That's really it. I mean, the third baseman.
Chris Bryant,
free agent.
Where's he going?
I don't know.
I think he could. I heard multiple stories.
Yeah.
Him possibly going to Seattle.
I mean,
that would be a very good bat for them, in my opinion.
He's a good pickup. I saw people wanted the Mets sign and put in the outfield. I was like, he's not an outfielder, guys. We have enough outfielders.
He's not. I also think his time is done on the West Coast.
You mean the East Coast?
On the West Coast. The
Giants. Oh, okay. Well, I said Seattle is on the West Coast.
Seattle, possibly, but I think it's Philadelphia's year to go do something. They could get Chris Bryant.
They could Chris Bryant.
And he would teach Alec Boehm some work over there.
I would love if they signed him and then he pulled a Harper and was good, but was not.
What made Chris Bryant bad? No, because he had what did he have, an NL MVP year?
Yeah.
Did he win MVP?
No. I don't think so.
I need to look up. But Chris
AL
Bryant.
MVP was Ohtani.
What?
AL MVP was Ohtani. Easy.
Yeah.
Who was MVP in I forget.
NL MVP. No, but Chris Bryant won it in 2016.
Oh, no, he was former MVP. Yes.
Former MVP.
Yes.
And Rookie of the Year in 2015.
Man, this is good.
4-time. Oh, he was an All-Star in 2021. Really?
No, not surprising.
Not at all surprising, but career 278 hitter, good pickup for any team.
Yeah, no,
he is also a good fielder.
He's gonna want. Oh, it was Harper.
It was Harper.
Right.
I knew that. I just didn't want to say it. You're like, I can hear you. You're sitting across the table from me, Andrew. Jonathan VR is also solid.
I love VR on the Mets. He was very good for us. He was part of the bench mob. I liked him. I'm kind of sad to let him go. I get why, because basically, Connie is a better version of him.
Yeah,
but
10 times better version than him.
Yes, I liked him. I liked. There was that one time where he one or two of Patrick Mazika's beautiful walk-off players' choices, where he slid into home plate and popped up, and his helmet was like covering his face. He played Team Fortress 2.
Yes,
looked like the engineer. It was great. I liked him. Him and the Alar brothers, him and Pilar. I liked them both. I'm sad they're gone, but I get why they're gone.
Yeah.
But I think they're both fine homes this coming season. They're both good.
I can see VR could go to like a Miami.
Yeah.
Or
he go to a middling team. Get a 2-year deal. Because he certainly proved himself last year because of being a good player. Is there already so many viewers?
We have 4 viewers right now. Right? A consistent 4. Consistent 4. It'll be in the top left next to live, possibly. I don't know. You may not be able to see that. Have you seen? Can you see any comment? You see comments?
I see Julia yelling at us.
Yeah. If anyone else would like to subscribe, please let us know below. Please and thank you. I can maybe next time I can cue up some music and I could dance, do a little like jig off the side. Shortstop time.
Ooh.
But I don't want. Let's not reward the Texas Rangers yet. I would like to berate the Tigers on paying Javier Baez the bag, because I'm sorry, Baez is a little bit overrated.
He is good, and I
like
very
good player. I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking him.
But like this, how much he got? A crap ton of money. My page is loading right now, but he got like at least $150 million.
He got. Let's see.
And I don't get why a team like the Tigers, who are not going to be good anytime soon,
unless they're getting the next guy that we'll be talking about soon.
Maybe.
But I really don't think they're going to.
He signed a 6-year.
6-year, 155. I want to say.
Yeah, you think 140?
140.
140.
And the Met. I'm sorry, but the Mets carried Peter Crow Armstrong for this guy.
See, I'm not too attached to prospects because the kid is like 19. He just had surgery. We don't know what's gonna happen. I mean,
I'm attached to prospects because the Yankees don't use their prospects, and they're so good. They end up nowhere.
Well, the Mets, it's hard to like our prospects can be like we traded Kalenic, which is but he hasn't been that good.
He's good. He's gonna be good.
I hope he's good. I hope he is great, and then we sign him in free agency.
I hope he's great. But for the AL.
Stay very far away from us.
Stay in Seattle.
Javi, like, he's good, but, like, a lot of it is, like, being explosive and being very athletic, which he's 29. That's not lasting a whole lot longer.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with that time, like, a 3-year deal.
He's a Robinson Cano kind of player.
He's fat and does steroids?
No, but according to the major leagues now, this just in, they are no longer testing for steroids.
Yes.
After Robinson Cano got caught and Ramon Laureano. So guess what? You guys have done nothing wrong now.
The CBA has expired, so they can just do as much roids as they want.
And guess
cycle
what?
out, boys.
Guess what? Bonds and Clemens, in the year that they're not accepted into the Hall of Fame, they get rid of this. And then the MLB used this back in the labor strikes in the mid-'90s or the early 2000s, whatever it was.
The strike was 94.
94 strike. They said they just didn't test anymore for steroids, or did they not test originally?
No, they didn't test for certain. But
no, they encouraged
They're
it.
going to keep testing once the CBA is agreed.
Yeah.
They just can't now because there's no agreement.
Yeah. They back in '94, they encouraged players to take steroids. That's why Sammy Sosa, McGuire,
Bonds, his head got 2 times as big, and he had a career starts when he was like 37.
And Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he took steroids.
Yes, but then he
Easily.
ruined his career. He should not be in the Hall of Fame. That's my hot take. And neither should Big Papi. They both did steroids.
As Dennis just said, Bing Bong in simpler forms. But yes. I think they should be in their own. They should have a separate wall.
They're very important to the game, but they cheated. Shouldn't be rewarded. That is my opinion.
Yes.
All right, so Corey Seager, 10 years.
320.
300. Oh, that's
Is it 325?
about to see. I love this page. It brings us right to the. So it's a 10 years, 25 million. Yeah, correct.
Are you just clicking on the blue link?
Yeah, boy.
Awesome.
It's a 10 years, $25 million for a 28-year-old. Now, I know that, like, a friend of mine, the sister-in-law of a seminarian from Bridgeport, tweeted, this is not really baseball, just but I love how in sports they treat people who are 30 like they're almost dead. Which, I mean, yes. But, I mean, Seager's good. 5.5, good player.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I don't get the juxtaposition between, like, the owners will give you, like, 1 year and they'll kick you in the knees, or 10 years, all the money that they currently have.
Yeah.
There needs to be a middle ground.
Like, I will pay you past the luxury tax in order for you to join my squad.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Or here's a sandwich and a high five.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
And we're not going to pay for your housing. Actually, no, they
They
are paying.
offer housing now.
They are
That
paying.
is a news
They used
thing.
to just not pay for your housing. They
It's
said
just messed up.
guys used to sleep in their car, and then they would show up to the game and
There-
smack 3 homers and then call up the next day.
There's a great Instagram account called Minor League Grinders, which shows, like, you know, minor leaguers used to, like, rent a 2-bedroom apartment, and there'd be 10 of them in there.
Yeah.
Then
They had a hard life. They didn't. Again, they earned their millions, but now I'm happy that they are. But they also have to remember that, like, the guys that came before them and the guys that are in the league now and the levels above them, they grinded it out to get where they are. So you can't stop grinding.
Absolutely. Never
But-
stop grinding.
Corey Seager,
Corey Seager.
when healthy, one of the best shortstops in baseball.
Oh, yes. I would definitely agree with that. He has a lot of injuries, which made the 10-year deal to me a little surprising.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, Texas wants to go all out. You go for it. I'm proud of you.
Mhm.
So,
And-
unsigned.
And they normally don't go.
They
all
normally
out.
don't. So, like, credit to them. Good for you spending money trying to win. You're not being the Pirates.
Now you're
So, free agents. I mean, I want to start with a story because how are the Rockies this stupid? How do you not give them a qualifying offer?
They just
Or get a draft pick.
at least trade him.
At least trade. I like.
They have a really good farm system.
If I was
Benny
Story-
Montgomery, Ryan Robinson, Zach Bean, and some
Yeah,
studs.
they're gonna be great in like 2 or 3 years. Well, if not trade them all first. But
They need to move out of Colorado.
that's never gonna happen.
There's no pitcher goes there.
Well,
It's a
yeah,
graveyard.
it's
Continue.
yeah. But like, so I guess Troy wanted to leave. I would too. Your team sucks. Your ownership doesn't want to pay for anybody. But then, how does the ownership? You don't trade him. Okay, cool. Get a qualifying draft pick. You don't give him a qualifying offer.
Mhm.
That doesn't make sense. What's their GM's name? Is like Jeff something.
Jeff something. Yeah.
How are you like? How do you have a job?
Like,
How did not fire you?
well, if I was I understand the owner probably they don't care. They probably know they're not making the playoffs. Like, come on, like, suck it up. People go out to Colorado games. There are fans
I
out there.
heard it's a fun time, but like
You got to go out there and get your team a winning team.
at least
Yeah.
the Pirates like make it clear they don't care.
Mhm.
But like
They
the
treated
Rockies,
Nolan Arenado horribly. They could have been. They didn't trade for him.
how do you?
Oh no, they did. They got Austin Gomber.
They are paying the
Yeah.
Cardinals to have one of the best players in baseball.
I'm pretty sure it's like $50 million too.
Yeah, it is a lot of money.
It's
I don't get it. The Rockies, I don't understand what you're doing.
clean it up.
It's terrible.
But where do you think Mr. Story is? Is he gonna give everyone a bedtime story on the East Coast?
Yeah, he could. I mean,
On Long Island in New York?
he's not coming to the Mets. Lindor is our shortstop for these next 5 years.
Easily.
Before he's like making like DH or I don't know, sell him to the Phillies for a bag of balls. Story I could see going like
New York.
you think the
Yankees could make a push for him.
Yankees?
I don't think the Yankees are gonna get Correa.
No.
He's not. Every Yankee team has a villain.
Yeah.
Yankees got Johnny Damon. He was after the Red Sox. It was okay. Shaved your head, shaved your beard. I don't agree with.
I like the Yankees fish letter policy personally. I like that it is a traditional rule, and I like that.
I like that it's tradition,
It's
but
a big thing of like the Yankees are more important than you.
Yeah.
The team is what matters.
Yeah.
And
you're bigger than yourself.
Yeah. No names on the back of the jerseys. The Yankees. That is what people come to see the Yankees.
And it's been that way.
Yeah,
forever. So and players complain about that, but
if McCutcheon can shave his beard, I never shaved that beard.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, they did let him have his little nose diamond, whatever the heck it was. Very funny.
I don't know what Correa is going. He's going to want a lot of money, and I just don't like.
He doesn't deserve. I just don't like.
So that's on me personally, but I
feel like the only team that can give him the money and wants to give him the money is maybe Detroit.
Maybe
have a little reunion out there with AJ Hinch, in Detroit, because
they wouldn't sign him because they signed Bias.
Yeah. So
they have no use for.
And they have Isaac Paredes at second base.
Yeah. No, Correa wouldn't go to the. Maybe he'll go to some middling team
obscure,
that he thinks. Yeah.
Minnesota Twins.
He'll go to the Twins, or maybe he'll go to I
don't think he's gonna. He can't go to the Chicago White Sox. They have Tim Anderson and Yohan Moncada.
No way. Maybe he'll go to maybe he'll go to the Marlins.
Again, the Marlins. People also said possibly the Phillies.
No one comes tax in Florida.
What?
No one comes tax in Florida. Why not play there? It could be the Phillies. I don't want to focus on anybody good, for obvious reasons. But
there's a lot of. He has two options in the NL East, which is the Marlins and the Phillies.
Yeah,
I'd say or the Astros.
He could go back to the Astros,
and then he not going to the Angels.
No,
I saw some people trying to say he was going to the Angels.
No, the Angels they're only signing pitchers.
They also drafted 30 pitchers.
They drafted 20. They used all 20 draft picks they had as draft pitchers. They have signed four pitchers thus far, and from free agents, and they signed 7 international free agents. All of your pitchers. Yeah, they've only signed pitchers.
And I props to them. They resolved their weakness, and probably not.
One of them has to be good, right?
Well, I think Kai Bush, his name is. He's a lefty pitcher. Apparently, he's legit. And Sam Bachman out of Miami University, not the Florida Miami.
No,
the Ohio Miami.
Oh, well, imagine buying tickets to Miami, a plane, and you land in freaking Ohio.
Imagine telling all your friends, I committed to go play baseball at Miami University. And then you're like, cool, let's see the sweatshirt. And it's red. It's what is that? It's Miami University in Ohio. I mean, it's still Division I. But
it's still, yeah, come on.
So Correa, possibly Miami, possibly Philly, possibly Detroit, or going home to the.
I just exited the thing by accident.
Oh, it's okay. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
I was exiting a tab on my computer.
If you go back to the old link.
Yeah, press the old link.
I'll add you back in. Give us uno momento. Do you know a Walter Robbins?
No.
He wrote VORRED. Is it loading?
No.
No?
Oh wait, enter studio. I'm an idiot.
And we're back.
I apologize. I exited. VOR. I have no idea what that means. This could be a spam bot. Hey, Walter Robbins, type potato to prove that you are not a spam bot.
Type potato. We're waiting for Walter. Come on, Walter. Walter White.
I mean, there's Jose Iglesias and Freddie Galvis. They're both good. Mm-hmm. Not really a lot to talk about them, honestly. With Correa and Story being on the market and Seager and Baez were, I feel like not really a whole lot was said.
Mm-hmm. You have Iglesias, you got Simmons. That's probably about it that you're getting from the free agent market.
I'd say so.
Not real. Those are everyday bench players, or
maybe Andrew Romine as like a
Utility.
bench guy. Yeah, he'd be like in a minor league deal. Honestly, he hasn't been that good. He's also old.
Left fielder.
All right, top of the class here. We got
Marky Mark,
Yeah.
4.3 WAR.
To the New York Mets, the Metropolitan Baseball team, for 2 years, which I'm looking forward to.
That was a very early signing.
Yeah,
The Mets knew what they were doing this offseason.
We Billy Epler, he took Steve Cohen's money and he said, "Hey, just throw it at people." And for some reason,
he said, "Here, take my."
They
money.
liked that, which we'll get into. I have a joke about that later.
Mark Canha, very underrated player.
There wasn't a lot of chat
Flies
about
under
him.
the radar all the time.
He's quietly very good.
Very, very good player.
Yeah.
I'm a very quality signing by the Mets.
Yeah.
We have the most overhyped player in Yankee history.
Sadly, we can no longer have trades of him and Aguilar, which is very sad.
Clint Frazier. Yankees should have traded him when they had a chance. Clint Frazier was, in my eyes, a failure. The Yankees gave. He was talking bad about the Yankees so many times, and the fans were giving him so much heck. But in the end, the Yankees gave him so many opportunities, and when they gave him opportunities, but he was hurt. He had concussions, he had vertigo, and he had eye issues. Yeah. But the thing is, he played through it and told people he was fine. So when he was doing bad, he actually was hurt. You can't go out there.
That'll kill you.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna get ridiculed if you don't go out there. If you go out there and play bad, and then don't come now and say that you're
hurt.
You're hurt because say it then, and then it's like, okay, we'll find a new home with you.
Yeah,
for you.
Instead of whether or not these contracts are guaranteed.
He went from being a top 100 to being top bench.
Yeah.
He's now with the Chicago Cubs. I pray for him that he gets his chance, which he will.
Yeah.
Out there, probably left or center field for the Cubs.
Yeah, probably.
But again, a guy who wants to be safe.
Yeah.
But he's playing at Wrigley Field, and they have brick walls for the outfield.
And they run into them.
Yes.
That's how he plays. I'll just never forget, those WFAN calls, people saying the Mets need to trade DeGrom for Clint Frazier and Miguel Aguilar. Totally seriously, too.
There's always videos in this offseason of Miguel Andujar hitting nukes.
Andujar, that's how you pronounce his name.
And he's just constantly, hitting the ball out in spring training and in videos of him playing the DR. But you want to know what? It doesn't matter. He's always going to stop. Always
sad, but true.
Very true.
Big free agent class, honestly, for left fielders. I don't think McCutcheon's going to sign anywhere. I think McCutcheon's going to retire because people will give him at most a 1 year or a minor league deal, and he's not going to take. He doesn't have to. He's played enough. He's got enough contracts. I thought I would say him retire gracefully because he hasn't been that good either, especially after he tore his ACL. Schwarber will definitely get signed somewhere. He's good.
He's either going back to the Red Sox,
I think it's
or people are saying University DH goes plays in Philly or Seattle.
Seattle, I like how Seattle is now becoming a mystery team because they've been in for such a long time. I like how they actually have a chance now.
I
like that.
They got, what was I going to say? Robbie Ray.
Of
all teams to go get Robbie Ray, they got Robbie Ray.
Good for that.
We'll get into that later. But
Eddie Rosario.
Eddie Rosario, playoff hero for the Braves, carried them through the Dodgers.
Yeah. Especially because
he wasn't even have a contract halfway through the season.
Yeah, he was with I forget who he was with, and they traded him for Pablo Sandoval, who that team then just cut.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nothing trade, and then Eddie Rosario ended up being a hero, which I still find hilarious. And he'll definitely, after that performance, will get a multi-year deal.
Yeah, he's getting a 2 to 3 year deal, making probably 36, 12 a year.
I'll give that. Yeah.
It's not a bad deal, 12 a year for a guy like him.
Yeah.
Give it to him. He kind of did his part. Tommy Pham
will get. I'll give him a 2 year.
Yeah.
Personally.
He'll probably stay on the West Coast. Over that prime year.
Yeah.
Alex Dickerson is a giant player. Probably re-signs with them.
I'd say so. Same with Corey. Honestly, he'll probably just go back to where he was.
He'd probably go out to. I think he was with Miami or Philly. Probably.
Think so?
Yeah. And then everyone else, Tim Castro, the guy the Yankees traded for, amazing player. For himself. Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson, he
goes home.
is such an anomaly because he could be so good, but he's so streaky.
Yeah,
he's too streaky.
He had lit up the playoffs too.
Yeah,
he did well.
Only my big memory of him is when it was him and Vlad Guerrero Jr. in the home run derby right before Alonso.
That was nuts.
They're just kidding of who's going to lose to Alonso. They kept going and they kept tying it. I was in Nebraska at the time watching. It was insane. So a group of us just watching on this TV, and we were all like, "Oh my god!" And we were it was great.
They go to a swing off, like ball for ball at one point.
Yeah, but they had it was like triple or quadruple overtime. They kept getting the same exact score.
Yeah,
it was like one ended up being one home run more. I think Vlad got, and then Jock lost, and Vlad lost to Pete. Pete won the whole thing.
That's
really it for left fielders.
For left field,
yeah.
We have
center fielders.
Big dog.
We got the top free agent, Starling Marte.
To
the New York Metropolitan Baseball Club.
6.7 WAR.
I remember people wanted us to trade for him during the season, and we didn't. People were angry. And then, no, we got him for free. Well, we got him for money.
I really wanted him. You know?
When we signed him, I was like, this is the high point of our offseason. And boy, was I wrong, viewers.
Was big old seminarian Dennis wrong.
It's a 4-year. I think it's like
4-year 62?
Sounds right.
62?
4-year 78.
78.
I think that's an option too.
Club or player? I think never a player option.
I think it's a club option.
League. It's always club.
Yeah.
Hashtag CBA.
I mean, he's a great hitter and a great fielder. And our outfield is always we have Nimmo.
Swipe 30 bags.
And he's a basic, which isn't really a thing anymore, which is great.
Yeah. You need that out of a player.
Our outfield has been Nimmo consistently and then a haberdashery.
Shout out Brandon Nimmo. Really good man.
I hope he's not. He is so nice. I met him at a signing once, and he was all smile like, "Oh, thank you for coming. It's good for you to be." He is so nice. Good Christian boy too. Not Catholic, but we can work on that.
We can work on that, and heart's in the right place.
Very nice dude. Very nice guy. Is Marte? That was such a great signing for us. It's a 4-year, which is a good amount of time. I don't care about the money. It's not mine. Honestly, it's not my freaking money. I don't care.
You got a 6.7 WAR.
Yeah, he's worth that money, easy.
And then you got out of LA Dodgers,
Chris Taylor.
Good
signing.
Very 4 years. People were saying that he was going to make like $120 million, $150 million. He got a 4-year, $60 million contract. The Yankees could have offered that up. Any team could have paid that.
It really was like a signing of like, that's it.
When I saw
we didn't offer him that,
and like the Dodgers only paid him that because after that playoff performance, he was killing it.
He was flying high.
He could center field, middle infield, left field, right field. He can do it all. Very good player. Jacoby Jones, not going to worry about him. Cameron Maven retired. There's Juan Lagares on the free agent market.
I like how he's still playing. He was a Met. So, a soft spot for him.
Don't I have this like little gold glove thing over there?
Yes, you do.
I do.
It looks very white.
Yeah. they didn't paint his nationality very well.
Probably a reusing of a bobblehead, if I had to guess, honestly. Like I have a Brandon Nimmo thing, which used to be a gnome. He's painted over it. But, like, I was off for him. He was on MLB. He was on our World Series team. He was with us for a long time. We traded him or I don't know. Didn't sign him back.
He got hurt and
left free agency.
Like that. Albert Almora Jr.
He was with us last season.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. He didn't perform all that well last season, but he's good. He's still young enough.
He had a very good year before that with the Mets, with the Cubs. Very good year.
Yes. And then we got Brett Gardner, which it's gonna be weird to see him on the Yankees.
I think he's done.
Think he's done?
Either the Yankees are gonna bring him back on like the cheapest possible deal, or he's done.
He might be done.
Or he's going to go play for Joe Girardi in Philly.
Giant head.
It is huge.
It is a large head.
Kevin Pillar,
who I think he'll get like at least a 2 or 3 year deal. He was here with the Mets last season.
He is worth the money. Very good player.
Yeah, good utility guy too. Could play anywhere.
Yeah, speedy guy.
And he was a cold hero for a while. Got hit in the face and was back the next day saying, "I'm in the lineup." I'm still going to let him in, but like
no one does that anymore.
No,
no one does that.
He has passion.
That's what a lot of players lack now.
Yeah, was he the one who was accused of that? It's a different Herrera.
No, that's Abdul Herrera. Abdul Herrera was accused of not of that kind of abuse, but domestic.
Yes.
He did hit his wife, which is we don't condone that
No,
ever.
we in fact condemn that
Condemn it. We condemn it here.
wholeheartedly. The Leo Shields, I think, will get like maybe a 1 year kind of thing.
He was traded for someone to the Indians for someone pretty good. From the Indians to the Rangers. For Kluber.
Yeah,
It was for the Kluber. But that was when Kluber got hurt.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's really it. I mean, the rest of these guys.
Ian Desmond, he sat out of baseball the year the COVID happened.
Yes.
And I don't think he's coming back.
No, I think he's done.
Right fielders.
I mean,
let me talk about Avisail Garcia first.
Please do.
Hell of a signing by Miami.
Yes.
Very good. I think all-star year from the out of the group. Brewers. I feel bad for the Brewers that they did lose him. Very good player.
Yeah.
I went to a minor league game.
Yeah.
And for the Norfolk Tides, which is the Baltimore Orioles AAA team, and I saw him when he was playing on the White Sox. He's in a rehab. We watched him hit a 480-foot home run. Like dropped an absolute tank, and it landed behind the bullpen. My friend and I dug under the fence and grabbed the home run. I have it upstairs.
Good for you.
It is.
I love that. That's such a minor league story to just let that happen.
And the players were like
Probably cheering you on.
It was like Michael Kopech was sitting in the bullpen, and he was like, "What do you guys do?" Like, "Just hold the ball." He's like, "I can't get over you," because there was a fence between the fence. And so then, we're just talking to Michael Kopech, which now he's a stud. I also watched Michael Kopech pitch that.
Oh, really?
Walked 8 guys in 2 innings. But now he's, top line reliever.
Well, he found his control.
Yeah, after he had Tommy John that 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
But worked his way. I'm glad he's found his role in Chicago. But Avisail Garcia, really good signing for Miami.
Solid signing.
Again.
A good Miami.
In the 60-game season, they made that extended playoff. Miami, remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
they beat the Cubs.
Yes,
in a wild card.
It was something like that. Yeah, it was like
or a playing game.
Yes,
it was a play-in for the wild card. Something like that.
It was like the tiebreaker kind of thing.
Yeah. And again, fear the fish.
The fish.
Or no, bottom feeders.
Top of the food chain, right there in the ocean.
They did very. I like that signing. Good for them. A little veteran presence. 3.6 WAR. 31 years old. Very nice.
Yeah, 4 years. That's a good deal.
Cole Calhoun to Texas. Again, Texas going out there and finding another solid player.
It's a 1 year deal. It's
34-year-old.
Yeah, he's good. And you got Michael.
Hermosillo,
1 year.
We have now.
We got that.
Hear me out. Nick Castellanos. Very good player. 4.5 WAR. I feel like that should have been higher after a season like that. Oh wow. There's no in the background. Hockey fight.
We try to put on baseball, but there's nothing playing. So you think today of all days it'd be like news,
but no. Where do you think Nick Castellanos go?
It's hard to say. I think one of the Reds.
Staying with the Reds.
I think stay with the Reds. I just remember there was we were playing against the Reds. He hit like 2 runs off of us, and I was like, make the bad Castellanos man go away, please. I don't like you. I can see him going on the Reds. I can see him going to a couple of teams. Like
again, people are saying Philly and Miami. And it's
I don't get that Philly's all of a sudden like this big signer players.
Yeah.
They're not. They signed Harper and Wheeler.
They have never been at like a big dog in the market.
No.
And even when they had Rollins, Utley, Howard, they were all homegrown.
Yeah. They never they signed 2 big players, and Wheeler wasn't even that big of a signing at the time. He's great now, and I regret letting him go. But their biggest player was Harper.
Yeah,
and he's MVP last year. Good guy, good player,
very good
player. But this is baseball. It's not basketball. One player can't carry a team, and when your bullpen is historically bad for 2 years in a row, you are not going to win baseball games.
You have to go out there and get some bullpen.
Blow everything up. Yeah. But no one's taking Harper. So, because it doesn't matter how good he is, that field is bloated.
Yeah.
No one's going to take Lindor from us if he ends up crashing and burning. So we're screwed.
Yeah.
That's just how baseball works. Guaranteed contract.
Michael Conforto.
Bye.
You don't want him anymore?
He's good. He's a good player.
2.9 WAR. Some teams don't even have guys that put up a 2.
I knew he was leaving in free agency because his agents got Boris. And that's just how Boris clients are.
He's not going to make that kind of money though.
No,
with
he
Forest.
definitely wants a lot more. This past season, he wasn't. He was good like that. I watched that play where he threw out the pitcher in the Braves, the guy in the Braves in the ninth inning.
Mhm.
I was losing my mind. It was great.
He's a great player.
He's great. My sister's met him a few times. Very nice guy. My sister and I go to the spring training,
Mhm.
and they know a guy on there who like gets him into stuff. So like he talked to him for a while. Really, very nice dude.
Mhm.
But I knew he was going this season because we weren't going to give him the money he wanted, and he's like not 30 yet. But he's still older, and I wish him luck. I want him to be good. I think one of the Angels, honestly. I think one of the Angels, but
Nice lefty bat.
good lefty bat, good player. But I saw a joke that was like, Angels on the win a ring. Who's going to pitch for them? Probably Conforto.
Probably Florida.
Like they have nothing. But I as long as it doesn't like pull a Danny Murphy on us and like go to our rival. And
Is he done playing?
Murphy has retired. Yeah, he's gonna be in the Mets old timers game.
Wow.
Which is I feel like slightly unfair because like there's also like Frank Thomas, who is like he'll be not like the original Frank Thomas, not the black guy, not the one who's in the Hall of Fame. Who he'll be 90 at this game.
He can't swing hard.
He wants to take BP. This 90-year-old man, which honestly,
let him rake.
Good for you, Frank
Let him rake.
Thomas. I'm gonna miss Conforto. I like Conforto. It's gonna suck seeing him in different uniform, but I'm not that surprised.
Again, remember back in like a few years ago, the Yankees were like, "Oh, let's trade for Michael Conforto." I could see them going out there and signing a 2-year deal.
Yeah,
I would be.
He's not gonna get a long term.
I would be more than happy to take Conforto. To be quite honest,
And team should. He's a good player.
And he's a lefty power bat.
Yeah.
I saw his. No, I remember his 2015 home run in the playoffs, the towering one. That was music. Jorge Soler, I think he's re-signing with the Braves.
Basically give him like 1 year. Billy McKinney, I can see signing anywhere. He's a good utility guy.
Very good utility guy. Young, not young, 27.
Well, young
For our
young
years,
enough.
Baseball years, young enough.
Yeah, when you hit like 30, you're like ancient.
I think
Still,
you got Adam Eaton, negative WAR, but he's a solid hitter.
I can see somebody picking him up. Dexter Fowler too. I can see getting a 1 year deal.
Let's move on to designated hitters.
Well, this is a whole new category.
New category actually
relevant. Universal. I could see
Nelson Cruz isn't done.
No, Nelson Cruz is signing somewhere.
Either going back to Minnesota, or going back home to Texas, or to Seattle. He's going to one of his old teams.
I'd agree with that. I could see the Rangers thinking play at him because hey, why not?
I could see him going back to sunny Texas, Minnesota. It's cold. You don't want to finish your career. He had a full 4 WAR out of his DH hole.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
He's a walking 40.
Yeah,
as I like to say, he's a walking 40.
I like that.
And he walks at 41 years old. Maybe he hits 41 home runs for his 42 homers for his 42. Nuts. Eric Dietrich, love him. Funny guy.
He'll get a 1 year at most.
1 year minimum.
Almost Sandoval, I don't think he'll play in a minor league deal.
A minor league, and he'll be up and down for like either San Fran or
I think him like taxi squad. Remember when Chris Davis was like in the home run race at one point?
He's the most consistent hitter of all time. Have you seen those stats?
I haven't.
It's like 217, 52 home runs. If you look at his stats, it's just like 217, 52, 217, 50. He's nuts. But once the Athletics traded him, it was over.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
There's really nothing important there. It's gonna be the DH is just gonna be a lot of like shuffling guys who can't field well on your team is the DH hole. I think Mets probably have, if I had to guess, probably either Dom Smith or Jay Davis or Cano will be the DH for us. I don't think we're gonna sign a DH. All right. This is the potatoes.
This is the meat and potatoes that we're waiting for all day.
Maxwell, Scherzer, Mad Max, the man with 2 different colored eyes.
3-year deal.
When we signed $150 million, when we signed Starling Marte, I thought this is the high point of our season. This is fantastic. This is so cool. And then we signed Max Scherzer. Now, a lot of people are saying he didn't want to leave LA, which I think even he said at one point, which I get.
He never wanted to really play for the Mets.
What I imagined happened in this room with him, Scott Boras and Billy Epler and Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen looks at him in the eyes and he goes, Max, we know you want to play in LA. We know you like LA. What do you think you like more? $150 million. And Max Scherzer basically said,
I do.
You have me there, sir. Where's the contract? I signed the contract. And I think
He's like, you've been sitting on it this whole time.
it's beneath your ear.
You call it pulls the $150 million checks. You can have it all at once. It's 24 hours for 3.
Lump fun, right? It's actually be insane, but who cares? I don't. People are like, oh, he's old. He's terrible. It's Max Scherzer. The man is Mr. Randy Johnson. He's going to pitch well,
He's a Hall of Famer.
and it's a 3-year deal. So like,
Can I just say one thing I'm worried about?
The
The dead arm in the playoffs.
Yes.
I want him to be good on the Mets.
Yes.
I want him to tear it up. I'm just worried about him and his dead arm.
I mean, he's not because they didn't use him enough. So we'll see. And but I mean, I got faith in Buck Showalter.
Big old man Buck.
I mean, the 1-2 punch of DeGrom and Scherzer. Huh. Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
When I was like that night when there was no deal, nothing was happening, I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I was refreshing Twitter after Mass for a good hour and a half. Just like, come on.
Sign.
And then finally, I did an aiming tweet. I was like, I texted my dad. I was like, we're signing Max Scherzer. My sister freaking out. My dad didn't believe me. It was at a conference. Did you watch that conference with Scherzer?
I have not.
It wasn't important. It wasn't like they were outside and it was windy. You just heard the wind against the microphone. I didn't get why they were inside. You're in the hotel room. Kevin Gossman, who I wanted us to sign as well. But like we didn't sign him. I thought we were okay. Like I thought Scherzer wanted to sign with us. I'm like, you know what? Super Gossman. I don't care.
With Gossman, Toronto. Great deal for Toronto.
Yes.
But his pass in the AL when he was with the Orioles, it was bad.
Not good.
Like he's very good against NL pitching. Very good against NL hitting. But AL, prove me wrong. Because I like him. Filthy.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Good pitcher, but he was his last stint was not
good
great.
With the Orioles. I mean, you're not playing for a lot with the Orioles. Carlos Rodon.
He doesn't have a QO attached to him, which doesn't matter anymore in the next CBA, but now it still matters because he gets grandfathered in. So I hope we sign him. I like him. I want him, but I don't know if we'll get him.
He was hurt at the end of the year. He was coming out of the bullpen in the playoffs. I hope for you guys you get him, Yankees get him, or the Angels get him. Those are the only 3 teams I want to see him.
I think the Angels would definitely make a play for
I
him.
don't see him going back to the South Side.
No.
Because no one really wants to play for Tony La Russa. Is he coming back?
I haven't heard he's not, so I would assume so.
I would not want to play under him. He's not a player in today's league. He's not a player's coach.
No.
I would like a guy like even going to like the Giants. A guy like Aiden Kapler.
I like Kapler, or even like Girardi. He hasn't been great on him, but he's still a good coach. He's still Gio Girardi, and nothing else. You guys watching y'all, which is great. So much fun.
Clayton Kershaw.
He has not signed anywhere.
Nope.
I mean, I think he's going back to the Dodgers personally.
People are saying that the Rangers sweep in and take him.
That would be. I mean, he's a Texas boy. That makes sense.
He has ties to the Parkland High School, whatever, maybe Parkland.
Yeah.
So if he goes back there,
he's a good pitcher.
Very good.
But I don't see him. I see him standing in LA. Personally, I think he likes it there. I think they like him there. I think he stays.
Eduardo Rodriguez. He was the first signing of the offseason.
Yeah, and I feel like he was like kind of like an under the radar player.
5-year, $77 million deal,
which is a lot for Detroit.
Especially for Eduardo Rodriguez.
He's all right. But like that's
he's a lefty pitcher. Yeah. He's your run of the mill 2 to 3 starter.
Yeah,
he's on Detroit,
so he might be their one starter.
Yeah. So yeah, he went there. I can't say much. Maybe he helps Casey Mize.
Maybe
who knows? I think Casey Mize would help him more than him help him. But it's cool. Maybe teach him how to pitch a little bit more. But Robbie Ray.
I wanted him as well. But good for Seattle for grabbing him.
Yeah. Again, I don't know how Robbie Ray. Could have fluke of a season. Who knows? But he was constantly getting better. From He had a really good start to his career, got bad, and then he got increasingly better.
Yeah, so I could definitely see him like having a solid couple of years. I don't know if he'll live up to the 5 years, but I think he'll be good enough.
Marcus Stroman
is a good pitcher. He's a good fielder. He is annoying, and I don't like him.
Doesn't shut his mouth.
He is not. He's a clubhouse cancer.
He talks way too much on social media.
He's so thin-skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't be that thin-skinned as a person while like being active on social media.
Yeah.
Especially if you're famous. Like it's too much.
And you can't be talking about the president of the league on social media.
Manfred's a clown.
Man clown.
Hashtag man clown.
He's right, but he shouldn't be saying that stuff if
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be,
Because that's just abrasive.
Yes.
Which just doesn't help anything.
Alex Cobb, not really.
Not
Cool
much.
signing.
Yeah.
Scalfani, very good. Anchored the rotation back out there in San Fran.
Yes.
Good signing for the Giants.
John Gray. I wanted John Gray. I was
He
sad
will
when
be
we
good.
lost him.
He's going to be good.
He's gonna be good.
It's just again, you take that pitcher who already knew how to pitch well.
Yeah.
He didn't do that well, but he pitched. He had a
He's
2.7 WAR in Colorado.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. When you're in, that's going to translate very well other places.
Alex Wood, good, returning back to the Giants. Funky delivery. I like him.
I like one a little unusual.
Andrew Heaney, pile of trash. Next, so I really don't like him.
I love Rich Hill.
He's also the president of the. He's one of the higher ups of the players.
He is. It's like him, Scherzer.
I need a guy. You know, Rich Hill played for the Long Island Ducks.
Did he really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That was his team before going to the Twins.
Good for him.
Good for him, right?
Yeah, he's with the 1 year. I mean, he's old,
Yeah.
but he's great. Stephen Matz. I think Stephen Matz is the reason we signed Max Scherzer. I know it's not true, but like we had the deal, we had it in place, then he used us to get more money. Which I mean, hey, you're a player, I get that. It annoyed me, but like I get it. But this isn't what happened. I think Steve Collins nothing to do with one. Give Max Scherzer whatever he wants. I don't care what he wants. Steve Matz has pissed me off, and now the entire league will feel my wrath.
Blank check it.
Dylan Bundy, I don't even like. I feel like he's so under the radar. I don't even know.
He's still playing.
Yeah, 1 year deal with the Twins.
Kluber to Rays. Go ahead.
Well, the Rays make anybody a good pitcher.
Yeah.
Waka
back to Boston.
Season, that was weird. Him and
Was he on Boston last year?
He was on a bad team last year.
He wasn't with Boston. I think he went back to Boston.
Yes.
Quintana to the Pirates. Whatever.
Paxton
to Boston.
He can't stay healthy.
Whatever. Ulysses Yassin. Whatever. Justin Verlander to Houston.
Well, no. That deal was never signed.
Really?
Yeah. The team never that came out.
It says reported.
Yeah, that came out, but like I think it was either Rosenthal or Passon was like they never put ink to that contract.
So they have to wait.
Yeah.
Maybe now it's time he can actually work the market. He's not signed. I did not know that.
He didn't sign it. Syndergaard, that also pissed me off because he was all about I'm going back to the Mets game. I appreciate the game, a qualifying offer, whatever.
Best of luck to him though.
Best of luck to him. But that still pissed me off.
Rafael Iglesias to the Angels. Back to the Angels. Good signing. Kenley Jansen.
Where are we still in?
Really. I'm not. There's too many of garbage players.
I'm sad we lost Loop. I loved Loop.
Good signing for
but I do wonder if it's going to be a 1 year thing. That he was so great with us, but that was so much better than the rest of his career.
It was his first year in the NL too. I don't see that lefty.
Now he's back in the NL.
You don't see that lefty slinging from here.
So I loved him.
He was very good.
I remember people were so pissed off that we signed him and not like Paxton.
Yeah.
And then
he goes
Luke was a world better than Paxton.
Melanson to Arizona. Why? So stupid. Why would you waste your career out there in Arizona? I mean,
they're paying you. They maybe probably offering the most money.
You made the bag.
Yeah.
Kendall Graveman, 3-year deal. The Chicago White Sox. Not bad. Also one of the first few signings.
Yeah. I don't know why they gave Hector Neris any money. That man has helped the Mets win more games than like any other pitcher.
He is a pile of dog.
He is not good.
Dog food.
Feces.
Feces.
He's not good.
Mhm.
I don't blame the Phillies for dumping him, but I don't get why Houston, all the teams, would sign him.
We have down the list even more. Daniel Hudson to the Dodgers. Fine signing. We go to
Neville, Corey Neville
to the Dodgers. No, to the Phillies. Good. Kirby Yates to Atlanta. Hopefully,
remember when he was like in the Cy Young
legit
talk for a while?
Mhm.
R.I.P. to that.
Rip in the chat to him. So that was about it.
That's pretty much it.
That was it. So yeah.
There'll be plenty more, once this lockout ends, which it better end soon.
Plenty more to come for the our home runs and Hail Marys.
We'll be back.
We will be back and better than ever. We have
to our very loyal listeners, to Julia, Hope, to Walter Robbins, if you're a real person,
and baseball history.
Baseball history. Love you.
Big hearts
in the chat.
If you are new here, subscribe below. Thank you all so much for coming today. We will be back to talk about baseball in general.
Yeah. Hopefully by then this lockout will be over. We can talk about the new CBA.
And we can talk about, I'd say next when we do like some sort of standings prediction.
Yeah, I'd say we could do that, yeah.
And yeah.
All right.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Andrew.
For coming here.
God bless you all.
And again, everyone. Actually, no, I haven't told you guys yet. But tomorrow's Dennis' birthday.
It is.
So I know no one's in the chat, but happy birthday, Dennis. Thank you so much for joining us here today. A little handshake across the camera. And have a good one. Later.